Thank you, dear Mark. Madam MP, Madam Petir, Mr. Filipovic, the former Minister of Croatia, ladies and gentlemen. As Mark already mentioned, it's always a privilege for me to be with you because I think and I believe that this component of diplomacy is very important nowadays. It's even more important than it used to be. To have a dialogue between the different cultures, between the different continents, and between the different states is absolutely crucial for Europe, for world nowadays. And this is always a very strong component for in my work. I already mentioned this on Monday. I held a speech at the embassy for the group of yours, and it was quite important to mention that cultural diplomacy is a horizontal one. It is very much linked to all kinds of diplomacies today, as well as, for example, social component of our work, media coverage. There is no single part of diplomacy which is not combined with cultural diplomacy and with social component. And this is very important for my country, and this is the reason why I'm so happy that Croatia is always very deeply engaged in your operations, having communication with your students and participating on the different events which you are organizing for us. This year is a very special for us, as Mark already mentioned. Namely, this year we have two very prominent personalities from Croatia here in Berlin. And I think it's a very great honor for us in Croatia to have a very distinguished MP from Croatian Sabor, from the Croatian Parliament, Madam Petir, who was also MP in the European Parliament, and very distinguished, very successful politician since many years in Croatia, running and covering many functions. So I think she will make a very nice contribution based upon her experience from Strasbourg, Brussels, Zagreb, and different places. The Minister of Economy, the former Minister of Economy, is at the same time professor at the Zagreb University, and he is a very prominent person in both university side and political side. He was Minister of Economy. At that time, he was responsible for energy, he was responsible for sustainable development, quite important issue, and he was also a very prominent politician in the municipality of Zagreb. His wife is today also with us. She's also a professor at the University Zagreb. So I think that Croatia will be presented today in the best possible manner. Maybe a few words about my country, and then I will stop because it will be very important to get information from our speakers today. Croatia is a very stable European country with a very stable political system, very stable economical system. The member of the EU, the member of NATO. We have introduced Euro. We are the member of Schengen. And we are the member of 16. We are the member, only the one among 16 countries who are in all international West organizations. The only one which is pending, and we are looking forward heading on to be the member of OECD. But the rest is, of course, on our disposal, and it shows tremendous transformation of my country from the war period of time in the 90s until the full-fledged membership and activities of my country worldwide. We are advocating very strongly enlargement policy, which is quite important for the Western Balkan countries. The former chairman of the presidency of Bosnia and Herzegovina is today with us, Mr. Ivanic. So we are supporting the countries in Western Balkan towards the membership in the European Union, which is quite important for the security nowadays. But also we are very active in Ukraine, and we are very much staunchly supporting accession process and enlargement for Ukraine, Moldova, and Georgia, because we think that international order United Nations chart is extremely important, as well as territorial integrity. So we are advocating this, and we'll continue with this policy. But on the other side, we are not forgetting also the other corners of the world. So we are very much focused on so-called global South, participating in many organizations, supporting with the development projects the other countries as well. And eventually, as a member of the European Union, we are shaping the European foreign and security policy. I want to finish now by saying that economy is always very important. Maybe we'll get some more information today from Minister Filipović about it. But we are working very closely with Germany nowadays regarding energy diversification. We are offering to middle European countries and the Western Balkan countries our LNG on the island Krk, and we have strategical cooperation with Germany as well in this field, and bilateral issues with Germany are always the priority for our country, because Germany is definitely partner number one in many fields. It will remain like this. Hopefully, we'll see, as I already mentioned, that peace and security will prevail. As I mentioned before, Croatian priority, and our goal is to support Ukraine, to support the other countries in order to maintain peace, security, territorial integrity. This is the cornerstone of our foreign policy, and as I already mentioned, the government of Prime Minister Andrej Plenković is leading Croatia in this regard and in this direction, because we think that all countries deserve to be secure, safe, and to keep on with their territorial sovereignty. Once again, many thanks. Again, Mark, many thanks that such two distinguished personalities from Croatia have opportunity today to address to the students and the audience. And of course, I'll be ready, of course, to join into the discussion. I'm very much glad. So we'll continue with our cooperation in the future, and our embassy is always staying on your disposal for the different activities. Many thanks, and I'm giving back the floor to you to present our speakers today.